Hey there, and welcome. So, you're thinking about the Level 5 Specialist Teacher Qualification? Well, you're in exactly the right spot. We're about to walk through everything you need to know step by step, really zeroing in on those practical, hands-on tasks you'll be doing. Okay, right off the bat, let's talk credibility. This isn't just any course. It's fully accredited by the British Dyslexia Association. And that's a big deal, because it means once you finish, you can go for their prestigious Accredited Teacher Status, or ATS. That's a fantastic professional credential to have.
So here's what we've got on the agenda. We'll start with who this course is really for. Then we're going to dive deep into the practical tasks for Module 1 and Module 2. We'll also cover a few key things you'll need sorted before you even start, and wrap up by looking at the amazing impact you're going to make.
Okay, let's kick things off with the big picture, your path to becoming a specialist. So, who is this qualification really designed for? Who's it going to help the most? At its heart, this is a truly practical course. It's aimed right at you, the practitioners, the teachers, TAs, tutors, who want to really level up your professional skills. It's all about getting those hands-on abilities to become a go-to specialist for learners dealing with dyslexia and other literacy challenges.
Your whole journey really begins with Module 1. This is all about building that solid foundation in how to screen a learner and, just as importantly, how to report on what you find. This is where you really learn to see what a learner's specific needs are.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Module 1. It boils down to three main things you'll need to deliver. First up, you're going to screen one learner to really pinpoint their literacy challenges. Then you'll take everything you found and put together a super detailed screening report. And finally, you'll write a critical reflection, which is all about connecting the theories you've learned to what you actually did in practice.
Now, that screening report, it's absolutely vital. It's not just some assignment you turn in. It's literally the blueprint for all the teaching you're going to do later. You'll be using a mix of formal and informal methods to build a report that gives clear, actionable recommendations for the 20 specialist lessons you'll eventually deliver in Module 2.
And alongside that practical report, you've got a pretty significant academic piece to write. You'll put together a 2,500-word essay, and in it, you'll really dig into definitions, national policies, and the big theories behind literacy development and all those co-occurring difficulties.
So this brings us to the next logical question, right? You've done the work, you've got this incredibly detailed report, you understand the theory. So what's next? How do you actually turn all that knowledge into effective one-on-one teaching?
And that's where Module 2 comes in, specialist teaching. This is the fun part. It's where you take everything you learned and figured out in Module 1, and you actually get to apply it hands-on, delivering that specialist support. For this module, all your practical work is going to revolve around two different learners. And that's great because it lets you apply your skills in slightly different situations with students who might have really different needs. The real heart of Module 2 is showing that you've delivered a total of 20 hours of specialist teaching. This is where you'll really sharpen your skills and get to see firsthand the impact your teaching is having. It's incredibly rewarding. So what does that actually look like? Well, the breakdown is super clear and manageable. You'll deliver 10 one-on-one sessions with your first learner and then another 10 sessions with your second learner. It's structured that way so you can build a really consistent and meaningful relationship with each of them. And to show all your amazing work, you're going to put together a professional practice portfolio. This is all about evidencing what you've done. You'll need to include 20 detailed lesson plans, some reflective comments on your own practice, examples of the cool resources you've made, and yeah, your tutor will also observe you twice. Okay, before you dive in and start working with your learners, there are just a few really important bits of admin to get sorted. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist, to make sure everything's good to go. Here are the big ones. A DBS check is an absolute must before you start any face-to-face work. You'll also need to get consent from parents or carers for videoing lessons, because that's how your tutor observations happen. But remember, you're not going it alone. You get full support from your tutor every step of the way. So, after all that hard work, the screening, the report, those 20 hours of teaching, what's it all for? What's the end goal? Well, it's all about the incredible impact you're going to have as a qualified specialist.
Let's just bring it right back to the official purpose. Every single task, from that very first screening report to your final lesson plan, is designed to get you to this Level 5 qualification. It's about helping you confidently step into that role of a specialist teacher, fully equipped with the practical skills to make a real lasting difference.
Look, when you complete these steps, you're walking away with so much more than just your certificate. You're getting the actual practical expertise to completely change a student's path in education. So I guess the only real question left is, are you ready to be that person who makes that difference?